our back pockets.
We are back on the bumper breakfast, and Alhaji Razak Olukoba is about to take a fifth wife on the bumper breakfast. Good to have the comrade back here on the set with me. Oh my God, I'm lying. I'm just ready to just have fun with these two people. Everyone is back again. Well, do you want to begin by answering your question from the other man? The man said, is there something government can do? Oh. Alhaji, you are close to government, I mean, used to protest a lot. Is there something government can do about the wickedness of these people that are naturally wicked?
To
maybe one lady rehabilitating her.
no, to who? To the
wicked people. They said people who are naturally wicked.
When we have spoken at length about the state of mind of the people, you see, if you have a society that is generally traumatized, the interpretation we'll be getting is that all the people are wicked. Oh. Just like what Fola said. Let's take Lagos for instance now. If you notice that when people are going to work in the morning,
yes,
there's less of fracas.
Yes.
But when they are coming back,
oh my God.
So now you now understand what he's saying about the state of the man. So it has a lot of role to play. And Nigeria particularly, we have to brace up for what we are going to be witnessing in the next 10-15 years. Because like we said the other time, the kind of culture we have imbibed has morally and in terms of value disorganized our society to a large extent that we don't understand each other again as Nigerians. Yes, we have gotten new culture, new values, new standards that we are not able to define. Before now, you are your brother's keeper. I keep my children with you. Nobody does that now. So if you are saying something, you know where you are going. But now everything has been juggled together, and the earlier we do that, the better. We have to reorganize, and it starts from the schools. We have to go back to school and start training our children values, morals, the culture of our society, the history of our people, how they behave. That's on one side. The other side, which is also society, is also economy. Like we said the other day that when economy is under depression, moral values, everything under depression, between husband and wife.
Why?
If poverty enters through the door, love and affection will escape through the window. There's nothing like love again. We said it the other day that it's not only a woman's art, that the woman's art, the master key is money. Even a man too, when a man is broke, that's when you know that don't let me use the word, it's not nice at all. When it's broke, it turns out to be something else. Some will become humble, some will become preacher, then some will become violent. So there are a lot of factors that
the real behavior.
But the central thing is that you must establish a standard in our society. See, if you watch ID Extra 171 on DSTV, you will know that African people are even nice people. If you see what people do to each other in Europe, the West, if you see what they do to each other, but they have a system
that punishes bad behavior,
that checks the behavior. Before you get to a point, there's a system that will put you to check. So when you have house girls too, which is in Nigeria is mixed together.
Yes.
Because in Nigeria, the house girl, what women don't know is that, and which you know, there is no mother that will give out the best of her child to go and do house girl.
Very sure.
It's always almost the last among our children. Okay, you are not go and do house girl. So we must have that constantly at the back of our mind that this girl that is coming is not the best in the family. You just push out to go and make money. Because for me, I enrolled some in school. It's on record. I enrolled some girls, some of the house guys, I enrolled them in school, which is of school going age because I'm an activist. So I can't employ on that age for my wife. So I enrolled her in school, do all sorts of things for her in school. But why some will run away that didn't come to Lagos to go to school? Some family will visit us and say that we have built the house, we have to do roof. These girls will work for 1 year and do the roof of the house, and they are sending that to school to go and do what? Business administration. And no. So our society, you must quickly rescue our society by establishing all those standards that if you want to employ.
Because when we say, for fact that we have this protection, set up of NAPTIP and all that, maybe next week, let's take a visit to NAPTIP and find out their building very close to where we used to live. I can tell you for free that both the girls that were trafficked and recovered, and the girls that were trafficked and brought back, the girls that were rescued from domestic abuse, the girls that were picked off the streets from prostitution, and even women who needed shelter, they are all in the same building, in the same premises. The kind of food they are being given in that place tells you the kind of food they will be given in the IDP camps. Because if NAPTIP environment, feeding scheme is that poor, then those in the IDP camps, they don't have hope at all of being well fed. The food, the government releases money. I don't know if it is the money that is not getting down enough or something, but something is fundamentally wrong with, we rescue them, but we don't care for them enough. There is no psychiatrist and all that they're supposed to take them. And I sincerely do not understand why a girl was trafficked for sex to Libya, and she's in the same room as a child that was rescued. As a matter of fact, a particular child ran away from home because her father was mistreating her too much, beating her, almost killed her. A 10, 11-year-old. And then you put this child in the same room as a girl who was brought from Libya for sex trafficking. So what exactly are we talking about? Or are those who had their children, who have 2, 3 children and were rescued from abusive relationships, we put them in the same room. So you are breeding more problems rather than solving the problem. I think we need to delve into that properly maybe next week and visit the place. As unfortunately we can't bring videos. It's a private thing and we need to protect their privacy as well. But let's talk about why men keep quiet. Part 2. Just before we left last week, Alhaji Razak Olukoba, the comrade himself, did tell us that the quiet is missing a E right there. My director can quickly do justice to that. Alhaji said, are men really abused? And you guys had that argument. Are men really abused? They abused? Can a man be raped? As in a grown man, not a child, a grown man. Because we're not talking about boys here. We're talking about men. Which means this person is above the age of 18. Alhaji, you said...
Oh, you're talking to... Okay, well, between last week and now... Okay, you want to...
No.
Between last week and now, I read a few things on social media, and the question was asked. And that if you were raped, if a man is raped, what would you do to the girl? Some men said, I'll go back and rape the girl. And most of the answers men give is similar to that kind of comedy. Because the interpretation is that how can I be raped? Only a few men, and I engage them that this is Africa. The definition of rape in Europe is different from the definition of rape in Africa. And looking at our background, I don't know. I told you I don't know your age. When we were growing up, when we had our own wives and we had our own relationship, the consent that we get from our women in Europe is rape. But in Africa, the way we get consent from our ladies in Africa is similar to what we define rape there. Because up until I became 40, I still rescue to do this thing with my wife. I still rescue. So to me, it becomes very strange to me.
So you kind of like wrestle before copulation can take place.
Yes. So when you now get to the answer, but this is a regular pattern in Africa now. So all men are rapists in Africa. Whereas the women know that it's a precursor, it's a prelude to sex in Africa. That's what African women do. I don't know of younger generation now the way they do their own things. So. But at our own time, that's the picture. So I told them on the platform that in Europe it's different from Africa. In Africa, and because of high moral standard, you must not be found to be doing such thing when you were in school, when you were in higher institution. So that's a big part of their character, even when they are married too. Your generation, our generation, it became part of your character when you are married too. And that's why men who have older women as wife and younger women as wife kept switching characters. If it is older women, there's a character approach.
Okay.
When there is a younger one, who have a different approach to it at all. They have
A tactic.
They have their own style.
That's the one that
No
you
bank,
give money.
no nothing.
What do you need?
What do-
Account number. Before you even broach it up.
No. What I'm saying is that they educate you more. They are more willing. They understand that men need it. It's not as if you go. Men need it. Rather than the older ones who felt that oh no, this is not what God said we should be doing. So it's two words. So if you are in Africa, remove raping of men from our dictionary, because
for you it doesn't exist.
It doesn't, because I did my own research. You think last week, and I didn't even know I was coming up again, and I kept asking of all the men, kept asking, see, when I'm in the midst of women, I will admit I'm raped, but this is us. They can't rape us. Nobody can rape us.
So
you can say that molestation.
Okay, molestation.
You can say molestation of young children that are not of age. You can molest them, you can lure them, you can do. But men of age, you can't, because your own is different from our own. Our own is a picture of a stick-like thing. So before it becomes a stick, I must program my mind towards it. Unlike a woman which comes out like more of a vacuum, that either you are consented, you are not consented. It's readily available. But men own is a program, it's a machine. You have to ignite the machine. You have to start.
So it takes a process.
It takes a process.
Yeah, I'll go with his line of thought, actually. You know, I think the broad, to look at it from a broader perspective.
Yes.
We're talking about abuse.
Yes.
But we're narrowing it down to rape.
No, he's narrowing down to rape. We're talking about
Okay.
abuse generally, and
Generally.
he did acknowledge that there can be molestation.
Yes, there can be molestation. And the truth is, most of the people, because when you talk men, I think we're breaking it down to gender now.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so the male gender, okay, we're beginning to see that statistics shows us that they are more, they now undergo molestation at younger age
Okay.
than older age, where
Okay.
they have become full-blown men.
Okay.
And as at that age, men or boys then didn't know what was done to them. So it's that same mentality they carry into adulthood,
Okay.
that they cannot attach a huge seriousness to any form of abuse,
Okay.
because it has happened to them when they were little. They couldn't connect it that this was abuse.
Okay.
So any little thing that looks like it, they downplay it. I'm a man, you know,
Okay,
this is
okay.
our species. This is how we take things, because it has not been explicitly explained that if someone does this to you, it is a form of abuse, including rape. Yeah, to guys. Yes.
Now, if we talk about abuse generally, let's talk about men who are beaten by their wives. Majority of
there are
them.
men beaten by their wives.
So for me, I have a black belt in karate.
So
And I have
woman
no,
can
what
beat
I'm
you.
saying, what I'm saying now, I have the license sticks that even in public,
Yes.
I can't fight. The most I can do is to report to the police
Exactly.
that I have a black belt in karate and someone tried to commit suicide by fighting me. So the police officer will know the implication of a black belt fighting someone who is not a trained fighter. Did you get? So at home too, men almost occupy that posture too, that
Okay.
no, this is someone that is not as strong as me.
Okay.
So in that process, if you are beaten up, if you get beaten up, if you get slapped, you may not want to react because of the danger of
Yes.
having a response. So and as a result of that, it becomes a pattern to the woman. Any small
Okay.
thing, you slap the man. Any small thing, you beat up the man. Any small thing. So it's not as if it's in most
The man is
situations.
weak?
Yes, in most situations, it's not as if the man is weak or weaker than the woman. It's because of the fact that the best way to show a woman that you are strong is not in the physical fight. It's even a replacement of violence with more care, love, caring. So when the man gets beaten up, it's the woman that should be held responsible. That why must it get to a point that you beat up your husband? And
Maybe because he wasn't responsive.
and that
she
is-
keeps doing it.
And the danger is that mine snaps. That's what leads to, because if she gets used to beating the man, a day will come when he will snap, and when anybody snaps, there is no break to it. You can't resist yourself. That's what leads to death at times. So it's not as if the man at times starts beating the woman at a particular day. It's a build up thing. How can you be slapping me every time? You will report. So a day will come. You think you can beat me? What will you do? So it gets to, and it leads to what we don't wish.
See, I want to build on that. Well, you see, the abuse damages any individual. And when you are talking about this abuse with men, okay, especially if they're in a relationship where it's the woman who is seemingly having the physical upper hand. Okay, it's not as if the man is physically weak, but over time, there is a psychological effect of that act on the man.
That's correct.
Because abuse have a way of diminishing the esteem of anybody, whether man or woman.
Okay.
So with time, if you do not change the situation, you don't change the location, it will sink into you as a man, and then you come up with a coping mechanism. Just accept it. Okay? Now, when you start accepting it, you start taking it in, and no, it now paralyzes you as a man. So the day you are now going to erupt, it's not going to be destructive. So what we're saying is, don't ever let it get to the point of violence. Once you see the signs, and one thing men should know is, women don't begin by beating them outrightly. It's a gradual process, because all of these forms of abuse, they come in thread. You can't remove verbal from physical. It starts from emotional, leads to verbal is inside emotional, and like that. So the moment you experience anyone, whether the verbal, emotional, the physical, and everything, you have to run for your life, regardless. And one of the things I discover, apart from the societal standard that men have been placed, when they have something at stake in the relationship, they seem to want to stick by it. But we ask question, okay, whatever it is you have at stake is not as important as your life. So
Because
you have to
I
look at your
mean,
life
The biggest
first.
stake is life. She's right.
Is life. Because anything you have at stake, you can always acquire it. Okay,
But
you
you
can
see,
always
we
bounce
also
back.
live in a society where people are taught to stick things out, irrespective of how hard it is. And I think one of the reasons why men really keep quiet is because they feel it's lulu fe ba mi do.
Now, can I just?
We are
Yeah,
only
yeah.
know me mo wa stop mo wa sọ pé mi ò ṣe mọ́. There's a way.
I want to tell you, see, in psychology, two things keeps people going: hope or motivation.
Okay,
Somebody who stays in an abusive relationship, you are hoping
that the person
that
will
the
change.
person will change, but that's vague. It's endless. Motivation, you are getting something somewhere else. So there's no man that would say, I'm sticking into it because of, no, there's something you are getting elsewhere.
That is making that
is
one,
making you-
or maybe reducing the impact or the effect of that one.
So nobody has the ability to stick if there is no motivation attached to it.
Of course, it's right. And you see, like I kept talking about who we have, our peculiarities. We must begin to dissect the African society.
How
If
will
you
an
don't do that-
African man deal with abuse of that
That's
sort?
what I'm saying, that before now, there's always this mechanism. The Europeans, the weather forced them to stay at home for 5 months. So they become a seclusionist. They don't go out. So they pattern their life towards that. We're not imported to Africa where we have sun all the time. Where we should be talking, me and my neighbors should be talking all the time. We have to be related. So the weather condition, the kind of culture we have, it has conditioned us in Africa for as people who should be your brother's keeper. That we must 12 calendar month. There's no reason for us to stay at home. So we are parliamentarians. We are outgoing people. You now cut us away from that past. From that, we now became a seclusionist. For them, they have something that complement for it. They have institutions. They have therapy for everything. She knows that if you laugh too much, they say something
need
is wrong
therapy.
with you. You need a
That is
medication,
true.
and they put you on medication. If you keep quiet too much, they put you on medication.
Yeah.
In Africa, Our own medication is the interaction we have with each other. You are
Yes.
keeping quiet too much. What's wrong with you? The family will call. So we now leave the family without an institution as a buffer in Africa. No institution. Nothing to assist the family, to offer therapy, to give medication. And that's why I'm saying that we can't impose that culture on ourselves. No, this is where the new culture is that I must not be talking to my neighbor, my family should not come and see me, and it's killing us. So the buffer we have in Africa as a people are the relationship. When
That
you come
we-
to, your mother will come and visit you, your brother will, sisters will come and visit you, they will go back to the parent. I sense that there's something wrong. But we cut all these things away. We have to go back to who we are, or we must quickly start establishing those institutions that are missing in our society.
And I want to add to it that, you see, when a woman still has a way to cover things up, men don't have the capacity to pretend. So when we lose the community base, the interactional, the family line that we belong to, you are dying in silence as
Yeah.
a man. And that's why we discover that today that the life expectancy of men is dropping, because they are not speaking up. You are trying to bottle it in, you know, you are taking it in, you are sinking in, you are rolling with life. But men by default do not have the capacity to be as strong as women
When it
are
comes to that, yes.
when it comes to that. So don't stay away. If you can't announce and scream and say, this is what this woman or this is what I'm experiencing, talk to, you know, find your community base. Everybody has it. Nobody is without a community. It could be one, could be two. Locate it and speak to someone. And that's why I advocate on this ground that reporting for men could start by making it anonymous. Because men don't like it when you publicly
Disgrace them.
disgrace them and all of that. So make it anonymous, but let there be a bank for reporting abuse. And people who handle their cases too should please respect their privacies. This is the reason people don't like to go out and say, especially men. They don't like
And then
to
at the
say
end of
this
the
is
day, you
what
hear
is
that the
going on.
wife cut off his private instrument because of something.
It didn't start
or
with
he
that.
stabbed him because
He
of
has
one
been
thing.
taking it in, it's been systematic, and it got to that point. So going by what he said, when family members come around, try and observe their body language. Men are not as strong as women are, basically.
That's correct. That's correct. See, and from personal experience, that on the question of abuse, me, I don't hide when I'm abused. Though. So I say if I don't eat on time, I will say she's not cooking for me. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh. If she the character is not because
Is that meant to be abused?
Yes. So
She did not go for his abuse.
yeah, no, she's not good. What's my business? See, that like I said that you in the Europe, you need a legislation for the European men to pay school fees, to pay house. We don't need that in Africa. From A to Z of my wife's welfare, it's my duty. So it's not. I don't know whether it's natural for women to also understand that
Maybe
this man that
upbringing.
his skill is himself with work. Oh, let me quickly also. So, in a way, in Africa, we have divided our responsibility. Take care of your wife, and it's going to feed you. Buy food, you will cook it. Rent a house, she's going to make sure the house is clean. Put your children in school, she's going to see to it that the children get to school. If you have buy a car for her, she will use it to run the family. But what is this strange culture? That I must start sharing is very strange to many of us that it's that strange sharing, and that's why it's been very, 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 very difficult for me to accept it from women.
Okay.
It's been difficult for me because I get scared that is he trying to buy?
You know, another thing that I would say in that light is when men begin to live up to their responsibilities.
Yes.
It's easier for them to stand on their ground that I'm playing my
It's
role.
even natural.
And then you are
You
not
don't even stand on
playing
any
your
ground.
role, and you are taking advantage of me, you are abusing me. Most men who don't have the courage to speak up, they are not responsible.
Yeah.
So you have women today who are the ones
It's
standing
Wemimo.
for the whole.
She's right.
It's
So-
Wemimo.
Yes.
They
Talking about women.
You know, they say that your
Let's speak
mouth
about- I know-
is where your money is.
Yes.
So when a woman is the one bringing in the money, she has mouth, she has the power. We are not validating her action. But we're saying men, stand and
Your
be a
ground.
man for real, so that
Okay.
you can fight.
When you
for
are when you
right.
want to buy Toyota, and they give you Volvo, you will talk. But when it is dash that I want to give you Peugeot tomorrow morning, and you see Volvo, you won't talk. And but there's a point that where you spend your money, if there's no value in it, you have to speak out. You have
Yeah.
to call the family to say that
And
this is
a lot of women
this is
today
ABCD.
are up and doing
Yes.
today.
Okay. I need to let both of them go before they finally break my table. Thank you so much, Alhaji
It's a pleasure
Razak
being with you.
Olukoba, for being here this morning with me, Majibi. It's always a pleasure having you here. We need to take this break. When we return, of course, the birthday girl and I will round off the show.